Welcome to the Weather Centre, everyone. The cold front is currently pushing its way into the central parts of South Africa, and as one might expect, cold air is moving close behind it, and that's already affecting Uppington and De Aarde in the Northern Cape. Ahead of this cold front, thanks to an upper air trough that's deepening, we've seen a band of showers and thunder showers develop from the northwest all the way down to the Eastern Cape coastline. We've also seen a couple of heavier thunderstorms developing over parts of the Free State and now moving into the Eastern Cape as well. Now, as those thunder showers move over the mountainous areas, they're also going to be producing some heavy snowfalls in places. Taking a look at tonight, we're expecting the wet weather to continue over the Eastern Cape, parts of the Free State, and extending into southern KwaZulu-Natal. As I've just mentioned, snowfalls possible over the mountainous areas of Lesotho and the Eastern Cape. Isolated showers will still be moving in over parts of the western coastline overnight. Heading into tomorrow, and as the cold front moves through the high veld, it's going to be a cold and windy day for parts of the high-lying areas, including Gauteng and the Mpumalanga high veld, as well as for some parts of KZN. And after a cloudy and wet start to the day in the Eastern Cape and southern KZN, we will see things clearing up quite quickly. It will be a partly cloudy and dry afternoon in those areas. With the next cold front approaching, things will remain cloudy and wet for the Western Cape, and some heavier falls of rain will be developing during the second half of the day. For tonight, on the other hand, just isolated showers in that area, widespread showers and thunder showers on the other hand for parts of the Eastern Cape, including around Umtata. Scattered storms possible over the northern and eastern Free State, but isolated in the northwest, including Mahikeng and Rustenburg, and just cutting into southern Gauteng. Heavy snowfalls possible along the border between Lesotho and the Eastern Cape overnight. Let's take a look at the rainfall accumulation for the next 36-hour period. And as I've mentioned, as we head into the second half of Friday, some heavier falls of rain will be likely over parts of the Western Cape, including the Cape Metropole, up the West Coast District, along the Cedarburg Mountains, and in particular for the Cape Winelands and into the Overberg as well, where more than 50 millimeters is likely. With the cold front moving through, cold air will be pushing all the way through to Gauteng overnight. It's going to be cold and windy across the central parts this evening, as well as the early hours of tomorrow. Still quite warm along the east coast, 15 for Durban and Richards Bay, and dropping just below 10 degrees for Port Elizabeth overnight. Taking a look at your Friday afternoon, and here we see the effects of the cold front clearly, as the colder air will have pushed all the way through to the northern parts of South Africa. Johannesburg at 13, similar for Uppington, Mahikeng with a high of only 15. Single digits for parts of the Free State, the Eastern Cape and the Northern Cape high ground. And we will see things slightly warmer around Springbok on the other end with a high of only 12. Looking ahead to the start of the weekend, showers still expected for the Western and Eastern Cape, but sunshine across the high-lying northern parts of the country. And on Sunday, we are expecting temperatures to bounce back quickly for Gauteng and the northwest, while another cold front will be approaching Cape Town.